you know, what I did was I was fortunate enough to get the Memphis job. I got a job. And then I started getting calls from people saying, what did you do? How did you come back? How did you overcome this? Because you really got knocked down. You know, the higher you kind of climb, the farther that fall is. And when you're falling, it doesn't matter if it's blue collar, white collar, no collar. It's all the same feeling. There's a grieving that you go through. So I went in my backyard, and I think you're figuring out your coach is a little bit crazy. And I went out there for about 9 straight days, and I was writing. And it was handwritten for 10, 12 hours a day, 200 pages. I gave it to Ken Blanchard, who's an author, Bob Rotella, who's an author, Harvey McKay, who's an author, and I said, what do you think of this? And I just told the other group a story. They all said, well, your spelling's pretty bad. Let's start there. And they said, you need to get a writer to formulate what you're trying to do in your thoughts. So I did that. So I got a writer, and what you're seeing and what is in your hands is what we kind of put together. In this, there's 2 parts of it. One, it's about getting out from under the covers, and then it's okay, now let's go chase what we're trying to chase. And then the last thing is you caught it. Now what do we do? And it's broken up that way. But faith, and some of you may have been in the other building, faith plays a part in our life, would you say? There's a spiritual side to this book, but it doesn't punch you in the mouth, okay? Faith plays a part. In your life, as you look back, sometimes it's where you've met your spouse, why did I go to school here and this happened, and there's things that go, faith. Some faith is good, some faith is not so good. I'll give you faith for me, the Kentucky job. I wanted this job 2 years ago.
Should have had it.
And I called my wife. I called my wife and I'd say, have they called yet? No. Call her back. Have they called yet?
Yeah.
And they said no. And so I started figuring out, you know what? Kentucky's not calling. And I was depressed and disappointed and just fell off. But here's what happens when I talk about faith. I was able to coach 2 more years, 2 of the most rewarding years of my college coaching career. And there were kids there, at the end of the day, needed me to be there. For them to help get what they, you know what I'm saying? But here's the other side. If I had come 2 years ago, I would have had to follow Tubby. You can say what you want, 27 games a year, national title. And people may say, play too slow, but it wasn't Tubby. They loved Tubby. And there were parts of the community I would have never won over. Faith. 2 years later, you guys need me a little bit. And, truth be told, I needed you. Fate intervenes. You know Kenny Perry. Kenny Perry, great golfer. Did you watch the Masters? Raise your hand if you watched the Masters. Did you pace the room? Because there's no way you sat there and watched it. You paced, you went in, you looked in the kitchen, you looked around the corner. When he got ready to swing it, he played great. And then he hit 17 and 18. He played good. He played great. He played good. He played good enough to win. He didn't knock it in the water. He didn't knock it. He is now online to be the oldest Masters champion ever. And we're all going nuts. You're texting each other. You're making calls. He's going to do this. Well, on 18, he gets it okay. Chad Johnson out. Couldn't hold the club. He was done. Then there's this guy, Cabrera. He gets up. He pushes his drive right into the weeds. This is faith. His next shot is right behind the tree. It's over. If you've ever golfed and you're behind a tree, you're not worried about the shot. You're worried about the ball and coming and hitting you and knocking you out. That's what you're worried about. So the tree was close. He swung, and he swung, and as soon as he hit it, it hit the tree. Boom. He thought it was coming back. He ducked. So he hit and then ducked.
John Calipari.
He had no idea where it went.
I bet his hand is about done.
All right.
This white shirt is this guy holds this white shirt.
I'm not even that small. Like,
I get on one side, you get on another side.
Really?
We're about to take a picture. Which picture?
There he is.
It's John Calipari.
Yep. Calipari. There it is, big time. Doing it big. Signing autographs.
Okay, well, whenever we're up there, we're gonna film some more.
And I'm just gonna yell John Calipari real loud. He's probably thinking I'm a nut. John Calipari!
Yep. John Calipari's signature. Let's show him the signature. Yeah.
Whoops.
You're ready to sign, right?
And we are out of here.